YouTube, hey YouTube, hey. I went up the mountain today and my face and neck are very red on account of that. As you would expect, this t-shirt is not helping matters. I realize that now. Having said that, let's get into the relevant shit and talk about Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 9, bitch. This is the big one. This is where shit gets heavy. Battle of the Bastards. Now, if it's not clear already, absolute spoiler warning. We're going deep here. I'm going to analyze this and I'm going to talk about it in detail, agonizingly so, and you're going to listen, and that's going to be the agreement that we've come to. Yes? Good. Now, holy shit, man. I've said this before, but it bears repeating. When Game of Thrones goes Pelennor Fields, it goes full Pelennor Fields. What I wasn't expecting was for them to go Pelennor Fields twice in one episode. So, whenever it starts off with somebody loading up a trebuchet, I didn't expect us to be back in Marine. In fact, I thought they were saving all that for the finale. I thought this episode was going to be 100% Battle of the Bastards, Battle for Winterfell. It turns out it's not. It's not at all. And we're not there. We're over in Marine, where Daenerys is giving Tyrion the stink eye and going, really? He's like, well, if you think about it, we're doing okay. Business is booming. And as he says that, there's a boom. So, it's comic timing of that is perfect. But, she's like, oh, okay, the plan is I'm going to take back their cities. I'm going to burn everyone. I'm going to kill it. And he's like, whoa. You sound like the Mad King. Let's just back it up. Let's go and talk to them, okay? Here's a better plan. And so they go out and have a little negotiation, and they give Daenerys some shit. She's like, yeah, your reign will end like the beggar queen that you are. And they're like, no, we came here to talk about your surrender. She's like, what? What are you talking about? And then Drogon drops out of the sky because I guess they forgot about him. And she flies off, torches the ships. I don't know why she didn't do that in the beginning, but it's dramatic enough. Also, Drogon is fucking huge now. That was pretty cool. And then whilst he's in flight, the other dragons just sort of burst out of the temple. And that's weird, man. I kind of thought they left. I thought they were back out in the wild. I saw Tyrion unchained them, but we didn't actually see them leave. Hey, they're there now. They're all out now. It's all gravy. So that's cool. We get to see them flying around and just mowing down ships and stuff. And that was just beautiful looking stuff, man. It's just, it wows me. There are films where they scrimp on the CGI and it doesn't look that good. This looked amazing. Even on some of the flying shots where she's just, they hover over a boat and these guys are looking up and I'm just like, guys, abandoned ship. Just, it's done, okay? They've never seen a dragon before. All of a sudden there's one and this bitch just goes, Dracarys. Boom! There you go, guys. It's done. It's game over. It's game over for you. Cut back to Grey Worm. And the guys, and like, okay, so what's going to happen is you had a pact with us and you broke it, so we're going to kill one of you. And the two guys pick this one guy. Grey Worm slices the other two guys' throats instead in one fell, swift motion. I'm like, I love that. I thought that was pretty cool. And he's like, go back to your city. Whenever they talk about bringing back the glory days or anything like this, talk about today. I love that. I couldn't believe how much time we spent in Marine, and it's good to see. I'm glad they didn't just ship Tyrion off to the side and go, okay, no. Obviously, diplomacy and politics doesn't work. Let's just conquer shit. He still had agency. He still had a role to play within her storyline. They didn't just go, okay, well, fuck your way of life. Also, it was really nice to see the Dothraki horde just literally coming round the mountain when they came. Just fucking mowing down the Sons of the Harpy there. Just nice stuff with Dario Naharis at the helm. Why not? Why not, man? It's awesome. And then we get, I'm going to keep at Marine for a moment. We get to see Theon and Yara. They've made it there, and Tyrion's giving them some shit to him. Everybody always makes the same 5 or 6 short man jokes, and that was the last time I saw you. It was at Winterfell, and you were making fun of me. He's like, Theon's like, that was a long time ago, because he's not the same guy. He's like, he's paid for it. He doesn't look like it. It's a season-long storyline. We're not going to get into it, okay? Don't get into it. But that scene with Yara and Daenerys, that's just electric, dude. Like, two powerful women who aren't... They're sort of like working on the same playing field. they're not really giving an inch, but they're there to do business with each other. It's like, we don't want the Iron Throne, we don't care about it, we just want our own lands. Our uncle has them, he won them by force, he's coming to help you, he's coming to marry you, he's offering his big fat cock, I believe he said. If you go with him, he's going to kill you once he gets what he wants. You may as well come with us, we can help you, you need ships. We got ships. I like that a lot. And also a little bit of flirting, man. It's just like, oh, okay. You know, she can see she's at least titillated by this. She's like, oh, alright then. So that's the way it is with these pirate chicks. Alright. You know? But fantastic. And I do like how Daenerys, at this point, as eager as she is to get to Westeros, she's not going to do it easy. She's like, okay, we'll help you, but you're gonna live by the rules that I set down. No more reaving, raping, no more other R words. Okay? She's like, that's our way of life. No more. They're like, no more. And then they have some kind of secret handshake, and cool. We're in business. You know, it's good. I like this. Things are gonna get moving now. What else? Okay. There's nothing else there. It's kind of a light episode, but at the same time, that's only because we focused on 2 storylines. Second one being the Battle of the Bastards. Now, holy shit, man. I really don't know where to start with this. This was fantastic. This wasn't maybe as exhilarating as some battle sequences that you'd see in cinema or TV before. We've come a long way from season 1, where we were going to film this battle, but then we decided to hit Tyrion on the head anyway, and then he wakes up after it. We're not there anymore, which is something. But hell, man, it starts off with that little parlay where they throw down Shaggy Dog's head, and he's like, let's do it one-on-one. You're good. I'm not going to do that. And as everyone underestimates Sansa, Jon's like, look, we can't get thrown into a pincer formation, we can't get drawn into a trap. Sansa's like, listen, you're going to do what he wants. You can't let that happen. He is going to manipulate you. Don't let it happen. And Jon's like, what are you talking about? I've fought worse. And what else? I've lost my train of thought. This is a dense episode. One of the greater scenes is like, well, how do we get Rickon back? We don't. Sansa's already made her peace with that. It's like, Rickon's a better hostage. Rickon's a true Stark. You're a bastard, I'm Owen. He's the true Stark. He's the one that you can hold hostage. So if he's losing, Rickon's dead. Or there might be no getting Rickon back for that. So she's already made a peace with that, which kind of shocks Jon. And then the next day, when we see how things unfold with Rickon, I'm not going to make jokes about how he should have zigzagged or anything. I don't care, okay? He ran in a straight line. Whatever, okay? It's the shortest distance between 2 points. Okay, he did that. And he did that to get back to Jon. Jon fell for it. Jon went full on Leroy fucking Jenkins. God damn it, Leroy. And then, they played that scene brilliantly. The one shot that you think is going to kill Rickon doesn't. And then just out of nowhere, without us seeing him reload or knock his bow again, he's dead. And then again, Jon falls into the trap. He charges head on. He allows his men to rush towards them rather than the other way around. It's foolhardy. It's stupid. I kind of wish Ghost was there to protect him, but at the same time, if a giant can't survive this battle, then I wonder about Ghost. And it's so great. There's that fantastic shot of Jon Snow facing down this cavalry charge with just his sword, and it's shot beautifully. It's not CGI. There's 40 horsemen charging at him right up until the last second, and it's great. And the music swells, and there are so many moments in this episode where I'm drawn between, oh, Jon's protected by plot armor now, but then he's not. There are so many moments where I think, oh, is he gonna die? Oh shit, is he gonna die? It makes me wonder once or twice. It's this mad, manic, frantic mess of a battle. It's so violent. I mean, it's shot beautifully. There's that really intense shot where it just looks like, again, there's people rushing past him, there's horses, he's almost getting knocked down, there's a guy coming in here with a sword, there's a guy coming in here with a shield. It's shot like we're standing right beside Jon Snow, and it's not like a shaky cam style, it's just we're there and everything is happening around us. it's so beautifully messy and mad, and it's wonderful looking, dude. Um, you know, I mean, we'd see Davos. He just kind of charges like, we may as well be sitting here taking a shit. Let's go. It's great. The archers are just nailing them down, and then at the last minute, the Umber, the guy, fuck that guy, but also he gives a good speech. It's like, who owns the north? We do. Who owns the north? We do. Show me. And they just march down 300 style with this freaking shield wall formation. They do get pincered. They get surrounded and crushed into this. The bodies are heaved up into piles and hills, and it's ugly stuff, dude. It's so amazing. They're just, even the giants, like fucking yeah, yeah. I wish he'd had a weapon, but whatever. He's a giant. He'll make do. It's I mean, I'm kind of speechless throughout a lot of this because it's hard to describe, but it's so beautifully how it plays out. Isn't no triumphant charge. We're constantly worried about our characters all the way through this, especially when things are closing in on them. Like, oh, people are dying. This is, you know, oh, Tormund just got stabbed. Oh fuck. It becomes a real melee when people are just stabbing each other, fighting each other. There's no room for that anymore, so they're just punching and biting each other. Then there's a rout, and they're trying to run over the bodies, and Jon Snow gets knocked down. And that was the most uncomfortable viewing of this whole episode, where it's just a mass of bodies just trying to run, and Jon's being underneath, and he's like trying to gasp for air. And then again, he sort of reaches up through it like he's reborn. But like those minutes, that scene is just so beautifully tense, and just like, fuck, what if he dies now? There's nothing to say he's immortal. He could die again. He asked Melisandre, please don't bring me back. We don't know if she's going to stick to that or not. Who knows, you know? And then at the last second, Littlefinger the White shows up with Sansa the White, and they bring the Knights of the Vale into it, and whoosh, just this cavalry that's been sitting on the sidelines of the War of the Five Kings right up to now have just been like, yeah, let's go, action, woo. And there they go, and they help. I mean, we saw it coming, we predicted it, we knew Sansa was writing a letter to Littlefinger. We don't know why she didn't tell Jon about any of this. We don't know why it was left to the last minute, but here we are. God damn it, man! This was tense. I mean, that was one of the beats that I predicted. I predicted two things. One, the Knights of the Vale are going to show up, because how could they not? Two, the Giant's not going to survive this. He's just too much of a big target. And sure enough, when it looks like the battle's turned over, Ramsay and his men got back to Winterfell. They'll bar the gates. Like, their army's gone. Our army's gone. We've got Winterfell. We can hold out for months. They don't have the siege. All we have to do is wait. Boom, boom, boom. They forgot about the Giant. Door opens. 1-1 bursts in. He's a fucking pincushion. And then he just lets out this roar. Everyone comes charging in after him. Jon and Tormund take a minute to just look at him. That's because he's on his dying breath. And then Ramsay Bolton just arrow through the eye, puts him out of his misery. In the middle of it, stuns everyone. At that point, Ramsay like, one-on-one. You want to go for it now? Jon picks up a shield, catches each arrow at a time, bangs him, and just lays the fuck into him. It's bloody, it's brutal. We see that Jon's almost sort of giving into the dark side for a moment, because he, you know, of course, why wouldn't he? This guy's stolen his home. He'd taken his brother hostage, violated his sister. He's just letting it all out on this little fucking prick. At which point he looks up and sees Sansa, and there's that calming moment where he's like, you know what, this isn't my vengeance. So there's that, man. And then that's it. I mean, we see the Stark banners flying down Winterfell again for the first time in years, and it's a sigh of relief. But this episode was brilliant in that we get what we wanted. We get effectively the happy ending that we're hoping for, in a sense, but it comes at a cost. It doesn't come easy at all. And that's what George is aiming for the end of the books. I like that the show is going in that direction. We're not going to get everything as cut and dry and as happy as we'd like. We might get some endings that we're hoping for, but they're going to be bittersweet, and I like that. However, one thing was quite satisfying. When Sansa wakes up Ramsay and he's in the kennels, strapped to a chair, and he's taunting her, saying, "I'll always be a part of you now." I don't know. I mean, we could read into that various ways, but whenever he wakes up and his dogs start to come out, because he'd mentioned previously in the episode that he'd starved them for 7 days. Holy shit, man! That was satisfying. I mean, it would be. It's weird not to. I would like to see Theon be party to that, but whatever. It'll do. Holy shit! It was grim. It was torturous, and even more worrying when we see Sansa step back, and then take a closer look, and then she turns her back, and we see the hint of a smile there. So we got Dark Sansa there. That's her, man. Effectively, who's in charge of Winterfell right now? Is it her or is it Jon? Jon's the commander, certainly, but really it's Sansa, right? So she's the Lady of Winterfell as it stands. God damn. It makes us wonder. I hate that she's allied herself with Littlefinger. It was necessary, but now nothing comes easy with that cunt. He's gonna want something in return. So, Jesus, that's gonna be interesting to see. But hey, man, we're almost out of this season. We've got the finale next week. It's gonna be extra long because it has to be, because there's so much to cover. What about Bran and Uncle Cold Hands? What about Samwell, Tarly, and Gillian going to the Maester? All of that. What about what the fuck happened in Dorne? Remember that from episode 1? Are we doing that again? Are we going back to that at all? Was there a point to that scene? We got to see Daenerys get her shit together and get on the road. Are we going to see Jorah again, or did he just ride out of the show? Things have to happen. So I'm glad they're giving us a longer finale, because the next season, I believe the season after that, if there is one, are going to be 2 shorter seasons. They're going to be 3 episodes shorter. So that's interesting. It means that HBO are investing more money in it overall, and it means that as much as I've liked this season, there have been 1 or 2 episodes, maybe 4 in total, where they're like, we're padding a bit here. We're just going to take our time. We're going to set some stuff up. But I feel it can be frustrating. If we were binge watching that, then fine. But on a week-to-week basis, we get to bitch about it. But hey, those were all of my thoughts on Battle of the Bastards. For what they were, it was an intense, amazing, gripping, claustrophobic, emotional, uplifting, terrifying episode, and it's everything that Game of Thrones does right in 60 minutes. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on that episode. If you like this vid, please click like, subscribe, view, share, and all the usual jazz. And I'll see you later on YouTube. All the best.